Hey there, what's up? So today's video is going to be an interesting one because I'm going to be spitting bars at we go reach everybody. And I'm talking about Tecno's Camon series, Infinix Note series. And if you're really seeing the setup to be a little weird, just so you know, I hate the color as much as you do. I mean, this was what I meant when I got here, so I'll have to change it. But you guys just have to get used to it for some time before I change the color to white. As you know, it's either black or white. So Tecno Infinix's flagship devices were released last month. These aren't flagships like S21 Ultra, iPhone 12 Pro Max and the rest, but these are the flagships for these two brands. But I want to take you guys back in time, talking a little faster. I'm taking you guys back in time a little just to analyze a few quick details and come back to the present. So Tecno's Camon series started way back in 2018 with the Camon 11. They didn't start with like 1, 2, 10, nothing. They just hit us with the 11. Everybody's okay with that. So okay. So Tecno Camon 11 series 2018. That same year was the year of the XS Max and the XR. The same year of the S9, Galaxy S9, and also the Huawei P20 series. Just to put things in context for you guys. So Tecno Camon 11 2018. The next year we saw the Tecno Camon 12 series. Last year 2020 we didn't see a 13 or a 14, but then we saw a 15 early last year, and then towards the end of the year we saw 16. I mean, during a pandemic, it just decided to throw two devices out there, and then this year we're seeing the 17. So not 1 to 10, they decided to skip that, give us 11 and 12 the next year, skip 13 and 14 again, and then drop us with 15, and that same year hit us with 16, and now we're having 17. I mean, to someone you think, oh, it took them 17 years to get, it took them 3 years actually. 3 years from 2018 to 2021. But alright, so going to Infinix started with the Note 2, as far as I know, in 2015. I don't know if there was a Note 1, but the Note 2 was started in 2015. That was 3 years before Tecno started the nonsense with the Camon series. Still good devices, we'll talk about that later. But it's a Note series, so you'd think, you know, all of them are going to have styluses, but not really. They hit us with the stylus in 2018 with the Note 5 and then the Note 6 in 2019. And that was it with the stylus. Till now, we don't have a stylus again. But I mean, who needs a stylus? We got fingers, right? Does that even make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. So the Infinix Note 2 in 2015, and to put things in context for you again, that was the year of the iPhone 6s, Samsung Galaxy S6, and the Huawei P8. So from 2015 through to last year, 2020, they dropped the Note 7, and to the latter end of the year, they dropped the Note 8. And now we have the Note 10. They decided to skip the Note 9. I mean, there is like the number 9 has some bad luck associated with it, of which I'm not going to talk about, obviously, for those who understand. So let's come back to the present. The Infinix Note 10 Pro and the Tecno Camon 17 Pro. No Premier this year, it's just Pro, which still makes quite a lot of sense. So before I move on, I noticed something interesting here. The Infinix Note 4 Pro, which was released in 2017, had a 4500 milliamp hour battery. It had a 4500 milliamp hour battery with 25 watt fast charge. No big deal about that. It's normal, nothing interesting with that. But now, check this out. The iPhone 12 Pro Max was 2020 last year. It had a 3600 milliamp hour battery with 20 watt fast charge. I mean, Infinix 2017 pulled it off with 4500 milliamp hour, because if I'm using an iPhone right now, I could be recording a video and it. But let me just say something out there for the Apple fans to also get, you know, hyped up a little. The iPhone is very efficient at managing battery. So that 600 milliamp hour battery with 20 watt fast charge can be managed efficiently, way better than the 4500 milliamp hour battery of 25 watt fast charge of Infinix Note 4 Pro. So there you go. So if we should go back to last year, Tecno Camon 15 Premier. I mean, that phone totally sucked. Okay, they released it at about the same time the Infinix released the Note 7, the Note 7 Pro, and the Note 7 totally killed the game. And towards the end of the year, we see Infinix coming up with the Note 8 Pro, and then like about almost a month after that, Tecno released the Tecno Camon. Tecno released the Camon 16 Premier, which just killed the market. But now the Camon 17 Pro, and we're like, what now? Again with this? But Tecno Camon series is starting to get off a little. 16 Premier to 17 Pro, there's not much difference. I mean, they're always talking about the selfie camera, but both devices have 48 megapixel cameras. They were kind of focusing on, you know, like the 17 Pro that was just released last month. They were focusing on the selfie camera like it was a new 48 megapixel lens they decided to put in this year, like it's the first time they're doing it. But last year we even had two cameras on the selfie end. You have the 48 megapixel wide and also an ultra wide camera, and this time around it's just one, but it's still the same 48 megapixel wide or main lens. So like, what is the big deal about the selfie camera? They keep making noise about it. An upgrade though, which I can say, is a storage increment, the battery size. Talking about the Infinix though, there's like a lot of upgrades, and that is one thing I like about Infinix versions. They kind of put upgrades up and down, like all the successive models versions are having more than about 3 or more upgrades all the time, and I just dig Infinix for that. Expect Tecno to be following the same thing. So Tecno, step up your game. You're not gonna even see this video. Oh my god. Comparing last year's 8 Pro to Note 8 Pro to this year's Note 10 Pro, I have noted 4 significant upgrades between these two devices, and one of the biggest is a processor improvement. And unlike Tecno's Camon 16 Premier last year, which had a G90T processor, Helio G90T processor, this year the 17 Pro comes with a Helio G95. To the layman, you think, oh, okay, bigger the number, the better the processor, right? I can tell you for a fact that there's not that much significant, there's not that much difference between the G95 and the G90T. All right, so they just put that there to be like, oh, it's a very good processor, but it's not actually. The last year's Infinix Note 8 had a Helio G80 processor, but this time around they give us the Helio G95 processor. That's a significant bump in processors from G80 to the G95. Another is in the storage. They had 5200 mAh battery last year with 18 watt fast charge. This time around they decided to take the 200 off and give us 5000 mAh batteries, but with 33 watt fast charge. What? I mean, even the cameras get an upgrade. They shoot 4K this year. Last year they shoot 4K, but this time around they're shooting 4K. So that's a lot of upgrades. Okay, Type-C, USB, side-mounted fingerprint scanner. I mean, I just love side-mounted fingerprint scanners. So just finalize everything right now, I would honestly just go rather for the Infinix Note 10 Pro than the Tecno Camon 17 Pro. I mean, if I had a choice to choose between these two devices, I would rather go for the Infinix Note 10 Pro than Tecno Camon 17 Pro. That's the conclusion to this video. So yeah, Tecno didn't really give us that much upgrade as we wanted. I mean, if you're gonna release, it's not by force. I mean, if you don't have anything to put in the phone, it's not by force to put it out there. You can wait. When you have significant upgrades, then you push it in. So that brings us to the end of this video, and yes, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and keep wearing a mask like always. Just keep wearing a mask there. Bye.